Good morning. Let us examine our things, make sure that everything is copacetic. Pardon my sinuses. I am a little sniffly still from this weekend, though I'm getting better. I did not have to take NyQuil last night, and I slept mostly. Come on. Come on. There we are. Make sure we're going good so that we can broadcast what's going on. Takes me about a minute once I jump on to. There we are. All right. Okay. Good morning. My name is Ryan. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. I get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, and other similar venues and try to make a few extra bucks online. I live stream several mornings a week if I have some reasonable sales, something to talk about, something to get off my chest, or I just feel like it. Good morning, Dave, who logged on when I did and is up with us this morning. Today, not a whole lot of finds because I don't go out most Tuesdays to get anything, but I do have some sales to talk about. And they're almost all fall in kind of a very specific thing. And I do have a few books I think that we can discuss that I did find Monday. So let's jump into that. I sold, first off, and I think a lot of homeschoolers are into these actually. Let's pull these out. I sold Pokemon cards. And Pokemon cards are one of the reasons that I think people sell a lot of Fam Forces and Ancient Origins. Sell a lot of cards is they're cheap. Like, you can sell, like, your limit to make money on a card is about 75 cents because you can ship them for, like, the bare minimum. eBay has a great pricing thing where basically you're paying for the envelope shipping price for a stamp. It doesn't have the tracking on it, but you can move the cards for stupid cheap, and it's great. So, come on. Lugia. What is this? This is a XY Ancient Origins Lugia EX Ultra Rare Holo card. I don't know what almost any of that means, but somebody doesn't pay $5 for it. And 2 trainer cards, Battle Compressor, $5 for these two. Different buyers, but cards are great. And there's guys out there make chunks of change selling these things and I think there's another thing that goes on is there's a lot of people, particularly for the big card sellers, that buy multiples all at once. So it's great. And so cards, if you can get a bin full of cards for, I would say, a nickel a card or less, you probably have a good find because it's worth kind of learning how to do it. Magic cards are actually a little bit better. I've got a whole box of Magic cards because there's a couple of groups out there that there's a couple of bigger companies that actually buy bulk Magic cards, and they have like a list, and they say we're paying a nickel for this card, 25 cents for this card, and it's actually a great way to sell cards that are worth less than about $5 because you don't have to go through the hassle of listing them on eBay. You just gotta look them up. And I scored a big bin of cards in there there's a big bin several thousand cards for $10, and I sold. I pulled all the ones worth like $10 or more that I could sell for more than 10 or $8 or $10 on eBay. Sold those and flipped a bunch to this other group for like another $100. And I'm sitting on a bunch, and I've been kind of flea marketing the rest of them. And it's been a while enough that I may have another $20-$30 of cards in there if I go through them again to one of the companies that buys them. So because when the game changes, certain cards get more desirable and other ones fall off, and it's a whole thing. So, but anyway, learn cards. Either learn them so you can do them, or make a friend who knows them that you can keep an eye out for them, and both of you can kind of come out ahead. It's always a good way to do that. So, anyway, pair of cards, $5 pop, pretty good sale there. Okay. Next up, multi-book lots. Oh, look, Left Behind book series. This is 12 of the books out of, I think there's 20 something. 12 of these for $14. The best way to do these is in bulk. These I have been sitting a little longer than I would like, which is why I took $14 for them. But I did get them 50 cents a piece, so I'm coming out okay. The best way to do these is if you can get all of them all at once, which I've done before, and you make a little more. The whole set is worth more all at once. So snag these. I would say if you can get more than 15 of these at once, it's probably worth doing, particularly if a bunch of them are in a row. A lot of these are. So, there you go. Left Behind books. I don't get those if I see like one or two at a time. If I see more than 10 is about when I start grabbing them. All right. Homeschool stuff. Homeschool stuff yet? We're talking about homeschool stuff? We are talking about homeschool stuff. Yes. Homeschool stuff. Memoria Press. This was stuff that we didn't use. We bought several kits and used a bunch out of them, but this stuff we didn't necessarily need. We're a Memoria Press family for the most part. There's a few hodgepodge other things we do. There's 4 books here. One's Rod and Staff. That's another one to look out for. The other 2, these are like second grade materials. $16 for these 4. This is more of a recouping type thing, but I have been selling. I got one more lot of these things to sell. I had a box full of stuff to flip that was unused homeschool curriculum that was recent, and it all has gone for pretty reasonable prices. It's one of those things that I tell people now. It's kind of gotten to where the homeschool is kind of an industry now, so it's not as bad as the textbook companies, but it is getting to where you kind of do need the current version of some specific materials to keep up with whatever certain things are going on. So I have some older homeschool stuff that it's 10 years old, and 5 years ago I could have sold it for a reasonable amount. Now I can't. So we're not in that awful textbook cycle that you have to get the current model and they produce a new one every year. It's not that bad, but it is something to pay attention to. So Memoria Press, Rod and Staff, Answers in Genesis, Becca. Learn your homeschool textbook manufacturers, and it's a good way to kind of figure out because sometimes some of the out of print stuff does sell. I sold some Becca stuff recently, but I think some of it was still current, and it flipped real quick. Speaking of Becca, grade 3 lessons 121 through 170 complete DVD set. Picked it up for about $5. Sold it for $100. So, homeschooling DVDs, and I would say this for educational media. that is not books, of just about any type, may be worth looking up. People, not so much documentaries necessarily, but if it is school related and it's on DVD, one, there's a good chance it's homeschool stuff anyway. But two, there's value in it. And so this was I almost didn't need to bother looking it up. I did anyway, just to make sure, but this is an easy flip. That flipped in about, I put it up for 125. I got an offer of 100 for it in less than 24 hours. Maybe less than 12. That's how fast that moved. So, that tells you. Okay. One other, and this is probably going to move in the next day. Put it on eBay, no hits yet. Put it on a Facebook group, three hits. This is Louisa May Alcott, Little Women's set. I don't know if it's all the books, but they're in pretty good shape. This is a 1950s hardcover set. This is one of those situations where Facebook may be the better place to go. Particularly if you're selling to collectors, it's good to be in some of the niche Facebook collector groups, and you can get and go about. I usually start about 75% of what you can get for it on eBay. So I had this about $35-$40 on eBay. I asked 30 for it on Facebook and got 3 hits like that. So this will probably go by the end of the day. I'm just waiting to hear back from somebody to see if there's any other books they need. So something to think about there. Few finds from Monday. Let's chat about that. Also got this, and I'll put this on eBay eventually. I got this up on Facebook right now. But this is Little House on the Prairie, yellow cover set. Usually this set is boxed. This is worth about $20. I'll probably eventually get that, but wanted to run it up on Facebook Marketplace first, see if I couldn't get it. But that is what I'm asking for on that. These are in surprisingly, the spines are in good shape, the binding's good, the covers are decent for what they are. So that's what it is. I got 4 viewers. Wow, that's good for me if you're watching this. So good morning, everybody. Don't feel free to ask questions, make comments, snide remarks, hate mail, whatever's fine. That's for you guys. Anyway, welcome. Join this morning with me for some coffee and cold medicine. Anyway, all right. Next up, something me and my boy. Small town bookseller always harping about: religious books, commentaries. This is Biblical Illustrator by Excel. I think I got this between 20 and I'm gonna try to get between 20 and 30 for this. Not all commentaries are created equal. Now that being said, if I see a biblical commentary for under $1, I'll probably buy it without really considering, because they lot up decently sometimes. Which I got a whole box of stuff I really kind of need to go through and lot stuff up and refigure a few things. But commentaries, particularly big, thick commentaries, people do well. I don't think Excel is necessarily a more conservative, older one. So, morning, Justin. Justin's in Egypt doing stuff. He's my boy. Anyway, next, finally, this find, Celebration Hymnal. There's a handful of hymnals that do well. This is one of them. This is from 97. This one is probably about a $20 hymnal right now. So there's the hymnal for worship and celebration. There's the celebration hymnal. Both of them sell decently, but you have to. I made a mistake one time and actually had this one, the names swapped and brain goofed and had to get a return done and all that sort of stuff. But they're both in demand. This one, Baptist hymnals, are another, not Methodist hymnals apparently. I've got a whole box of Methodist hymnals and I haven't sold a single one. Uh, uh, for a while, even the older ones. So that's some stuff that we found lately and that we're moving along. So let's see. Anything else today? I think that's it. So y'all have a good day and try to get some stuff bought and sold. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. All right, turn the recording off. So, if anybody's got any questions or anything, good to see you, Justin. Miss you. Wish you was here. Now you got a little bit longer over there. So, that's the most I can say about that. Thanks for showing up, Dave. And y'all be good.